Lawmakers will decide whether to move forward with a proposal that could force those who are homeless and severely mentally ill into treatment. Governor Newsom's Care Court proposal is waiting for votes in the Senate Judiciary Committee. So if passed, the controversial plan, also known as Care Court, has several hurdles ahead. Fox 40 Capitol reporter Ashley Zavala explains.
The State Senate Judiciary Committee Tuesday kicked off legislative debate on Governor Gavin Newsom's Care Court proposal.
There are thousands of Californians who are languishing, homeless, or incarcerated, and this impacts families throughout the state of California.
The plan aims to get the most severely mentally ill off the streets or out of jail and into court-ordered care. California Health and Human Services Secretary Dr. Mark Ghaly was a witness in support. He said it's expected to help between 7,000 to 12,000 people.
Although homelessness has many faces in California, one of the most tragic yet treatable is that experienced by the sickest of the sick, who often need effective treatment and supports to identify the road to recovery and stability.
But the measure faces fierce opposition from several disability, mental health, and civil liberty groups who have concerns with forced treatment.
We don't believe that forced care works well for people with mental health disabilities, and we don't feel that there's a good evidence base to support it.
Others raised concerns about a lack of housing, workforce, and how it could worsen racial disparities, with some noting Black Californians make up more than 40% of the state's homeless population.
Overdiagnosis of Black men with schizophrenia is well documented, and that is yet another disparity. My fear is that Care Court will perpetuate disparities via a court process rather than address the structural causes.
At an event in San Francisco, Governor Gavin Newsom was asked to respond to the criticism Tuesday. Instead of answering, he brought up Care Court supporter Mayor London Breed to the microphone.
This is not about people of color, minorities, civil liberties. This is about basic human decency.
But Democrats acknowledge the plan has divided some of them from each other and from groups they typically work with.
We're asked to make a decision that might violate what we always believe in, right? The freedoms and the civil liberties that we all believe in. I just want to say, in making this decision, it's tough, but it's tougher to see human beings on the street like that.
How much Care Court could cost is still to be determined. In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, Fox 40 News.